Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can perform a Post-Hoc Goodness-of-Fit Test using Pairwise Binary Tests and Microsoft Excel and my stikpetE add-in. My add-in is available on my GitHub account. Once you downloaded it, open Excel, go for File, Options, Add-ins and Go, and then browse to the downloaded file. That should give you access to a lot of additional functions, including Pairwise Bin function. That takes as input data, but the one thing is, do not select an entire column like this, but actually really specify the first and the last row. Then you can choose between quite a lot of different tests, for example the binomial test, the wall test, or a score test. You can also set expected counts if you want. So if they're not, otherwise it will assume that each category had an equal expected count. For the binomial test, you can set which method to use to determine the two-sided p-value, either equal distance to double or small p. And for the walled or score test, you can use a Yates continuity correction. Now in the output, you will see the following, which is for example shown here. So here I've used my entire range and just used the function with the default values. You'll notice it gives you every possible pair of categories, the sample size for the first category, the sample size for the second, the sum of these two, simply the sample size in the pair, the observed proportion, the expected proportion, the test statistic, which with a binomial test is not applicable, the p-value, and the Bonferroni adjusted p-value. If this value is below a predefined threshold, we usually then speak of a significant result, and that would indicate that these two are significantly different from the expected proportion. So that in this case it would have been 50-50, so these two most likely, these two categories most likely in the population will not have the same count. You can specify the test, so here a one sample wall test is being used, which is using a Z distribution, or similarly a score test. As mentioned before, you can feed it some expected counts. For example, here these are the expected counts, and then you can just use the same tests and it will give you similar the results, but then assuming these expected counts. Alright, I hope this was helpful and thank you for watching.